All right, let's jump right into this explainer and absolutely demystify one of the most famously tricky verb tenses in the English language. We are talking about the present perfect continuous. And yeah, I know, the name alone sounds totally intimidating, right? But I promise you, once we break it down, you're going to see it's actually incredibly logical. So if you've ever struggled to explain something that started in the past but is still happening right now, well, you are exactly in the right place. To make mastering this grammar super easy, here is our game plan. We'll cover the basics and formula, exactly when to use it, the whole since versus for debate, sentence types, common mistakes, and we'll finish up with a fluency polish. Okay, kicking things off with section 1, the basics and formula. So, what does this tense actually do? The crucial takeaway here is that this tense acts kind of like a bridge. It perfectly connects an action that started in the past directly to your current moment. Honestly, it helps to think of it less like a strict rule to memorize and more like a camera lens, focusing right on the duration of an action. It essentially tells the listener, hey, this didn't just happen once and finish up. It's been an ongoing situation. And to build this bridge, you literally just need 3 puzzle pieces. First, grab your subject, the who or what doing the action. Step 2, add your helping verbs, which for this tense are always going to be either has been or have been. And finally, step 3, just take your main action verb and slap an ing right on the end of it. So subject plus has or have been plus an ing verb. That is your master key. Now, what's really cool here is that the only real variable you actually need to memorize is the helping verb. The word been and your ing verb, those never change. You just have to remember to match have with plural subjects or the pronouns I and you. And for your singular subjects, like he, she, or it, you just lock in has. Once you master that one simple toggle, honestly, the formula basically runs on autopilot. Moving right along to section 2, when to use it. Let's break down the 3 main use cases. Right, so the absolute most common scenario is for actions that started a while ago and are literally still happening right this second. Imagine you sat down at your desk at 2 p.m., it's now 4 p.m., and yep, you are still at that desk. You would tell someone, I have been studying for 2 hours. The action is completely unbroken, it's live, it's happening right now. But you'll also use it to describe ongoing habits or repeated efforts over a recent period of time, even if you aren't doing the action at this exact literal second. For example, if you say, I have been practicing English daily, well, you might be saying that while eating lunch, not while you're actually sitting there studying. It's the continuous effort over the past few weeks that you're really trying to highlight here. And finally, we use this tense when an action just recently stopped, but, and this is key, we can clearly see the physical or emotional results of it right now in the present. So if someone walks into the room sweating and completely out of breath, the running itself is technically over, right? But the result is standing right in front of you. You look at them and you just know he is tired because he has been running. That past action leaves a very visible footprint in the present. All right, on to section 3, since versus for. This is a classic stumbling block when we talk about measuring time. This is where people get tripped up a lot, but it's actually super straightforward. Think of a pin on a timeline versus an hourglass. You use since when you can point to a very specific starting moment on a clock or a calendar. Since 5 p.m., since Monday, since 2020. It is a precise pin on that timeline. On the flip side, use for when you're measuring the total block or length of time. You might not know the exact start time, you just know the total duration. Just like sand in an hourglass, for 2 hours, for 3 days, for 5 months. So pinpointing a start, use since. Measuring the length, use for. Next up is section 4, sentence types. We're going to quickly look at positive, negative, and question formats. Now, check out how simply dropping a not into the middle of the phrase, or just flipping the helping verb to the very front, completely transforms the entire function of your sentence. To make it negative, that not just sneaks right in between has and been, giving us she has not been sleeping. And if you want to ask a question, you just grab that helping verb, has or have, and pull it all the way to the front of the line, right before the subject. Like, have you been studying English? The core math stays exactly the same. We're literally just shifting the pieces around a little bit. Moving to section 5, common mistakes. Let's do a little troubleshooting so you can avoid these classic errors. When you compare the wrong sentences directly against the correct ones, it becomes super obvious why dropping a word like been or mixing up has and have causes the whole formula to just fall apart. Take a look at she been cooking food. I mean, it sounds almost right, doesn't it? But it's totally missing the has. Or we have studying. That one is missing our bridge word, been. Just remember those 3 steps we talked about earlier. Subject, helping verbs, ing verb. If you skip even one step, the bridge just collapses. And finally, Section 6, Fluency Polish. Let's wrap up this explainer with some idioms and vocab to help you sound supernatural. You know, using colorful idioms is a fantastic way to express complex ideas really quickly. Like, if you've been putting off your homework and now you have a pop quiz, well, you're gonna have to face the music and just accept those consequences. Or you might tell a friend who's feeling down to keep their chin up to help them stay positive. If you're in a super delicate situation where you need to be really careful, you'd say you're walking on eggshells. And wishing someone good luck before a big presentation, that's as simple as telling them to break a leg. Oh, and when you finally understand this grammar tense perfectly, well, you hit the nail on the head. It just means you got it exactly right. Beyond idioms, mastering precise vocabulary will massively upgrade your conversational skills. Whenever you're learning something new, you really have to be intentional, meaning you're doing things on purpose. You also have to stay resilient, being able to bounce back from mistakes with inner strength. That resilience is what helps you prepare for upcoming or soon-to-happen goals. You can even use past data to forecast or predict your success. That way, when those highly anticipated or expected results finally roll in, you are completely ready for them. So, using the exact formula we just mapped out today, I want you to take a moment to reflect on your own journey. How long have you been resiliently studying English? Answer that question for yourself out loud right now. Say, I have been studying English for however many months, or maybe since a specific year. See what we did there? You now have the exact blueprint to express your ongoing dedication perfectly. Keep your chin up, stay resilient, and I'll catch you in the next explainer.